Greasy apparently is going to stream. But anyway, Johnny has to be more famous than Neat Mike. I don't know. It's close. We'll see. We'll see who has to sign more autographs at the RLCS LAN. We'll see who gets more requests for pictures at the RLCS LAN. Number 3. It's probably quite close because Neat Mike's YouTube channel is bigger than me, but I've got Twitch and YouTube, so maybe I'm more famous. Who knows? He's got more Twitter followers, so I'll give him that. Oh, I've got to turn the volume up because I had it really low earlier. There we go. I realized I did miss out a few notifications. Actually, I didn't miss out that many. I only missed out actually just one. Chair donating easy. So thank you, Chair, for the donation. And yes, this is a main menu stream. But suddenly, we got some action. Greasy's back, and he's against Deevo. But this is one of Greasy's first times playing this map, and Deevo, I think, has been practicing a little bit. So I expect Deevo to be the favorite. If this was just a regular 1v1, I think Deevo would be the favorite as well. Greasy's gonna try and learn on the job here versus Deevo in Dropshot 1v1, a mode that we haven't really been seeing much of recently. Oh, good snipe by Deevo, getting it way over to the back. That's a couple of holes opening up. Literally a couple of holes, I guessed when I was right. Deevo's doing a great job, just grinding the ball, getting a lot of last touches before the ball decks itself. Beanbo going. Deevo, great read. And where Greasy is trying to hit the ball. Gets a easy first goal. Only 1 point of damage for Greasy. This is a disaster. Greasy trying to snipe the floor, but Deevo just got a hard read on where it was going to end up.
Johnny. Twitch Prime really beamed me with the free sub. I lost my 2 months. It would have been my third feels bad man. Just to cheer me up, I'm going to spam before I sub
Hakawais. Deevo Mevo. Deevo looks like he's trying to get a lot of these plays where he's dodging down into the ball to hit the ball straight down to the ground, but he was in his own half there. It's a little bit strange that he's practicing it there. And unfortunate for him that he couldn't get that ultra damage down because Greasy was not ready for it until the very last second. This is going to be huge damage on Deevo's side of the field. Greasy lets it drop. Oh, he saved it, Greasy! Just rolled it into the floor. He's trying to secure the damage by popping it a little bit further away from Deevo, but he accidentally hit the curve of the wall, which does not do damage. He did secure the damage eventually, so not at all bad for Greasy in the long run. Yeah, Super Macolo, thanks again for 1,000 chairs. That's a lot of chairs, dude. I really appreciate that. Greasy trying to get this ball up to ultra damage before hitting it into Deevo's half, but gives up on that. Oh, it did do ultra damage. You can tell by the sound. It's such a satisfying sound. And a goal into the 1 hex. Good night, says Greasy. Deevo was expecting a hit here from Greasy, but he just completely whiffed it or faked it or a bit of both. Happy little accident fake for Greasy. Finds the only hex the floor that was open. Ties the game. It was looking really bad for Greasy after Deevo pretty much scored on him with the free goal. But now it's looking great. There we go. A little bit of a showcase of why Greasy is considered one of the best, if not the best, aerial contester in the game. Really good at hitting the dead center pixel of the ball, getting the win on the 50-50 while airborne. But wow, what a goal by Greasy. I don't think he knew that the ball was dropping down into an open net. But he did put himself in an advantageous position. Now he's really looking like he's warmed up to this game mode. Needs to be careful though. Deevo, I think, has the edge when it comes to the ground game. And that is where Deevo will look to shine. Because although this game tends to be very aerial focused when you're playing at high level in 3v3, which is the standard mode in the playlist, for 1v1 it's more of a ground game where you've just got to stay as efficient as possible, try to just waste your opponent's boost and then get the ball to barely go away from him and hit the ground. And if we do see wall plays, it's not likely to be a very, very high wall play. This is rare for what we're seeing from Deevo, for the one reason that you need to dunk the ball when you come down or else your opponent's going to get the hard read and hit it back into your half. But this is Deevo we're talking about.
Wait.
He got the dunk.
I just used my
He's
Twitch
insane.
Prime again and apparently my months are saved.
Yes, it's saved.
Keep up the great nose and content, Johnny. Less than
Always
3.
nice, dude. I'm happy for you, man. Thanks for the 3 months. Very, very kind of you. Good to see that the combo didn't drop. Ooh, Deevo, good jump. Hitting it right over Greasy. But in dodging the demo attempt, Greasy was ready for the follow-up. There you go. Demo attempt gets dodged. But the ball was actually going straight in. Greasy wanted an extra touch anyway. Greasy's got this rule for himself. His philosophy for Rocket League that he must always boom the ball. He's had this philosophy for well over a year. And it's part of the reason why he's so good at booming the ball is because he always tries to. Even if it's an open net, he just blasts it anyway. It results in a lot of crossbars for him, but it also has made him one of the best power shooters in the game. What on earth is this spam? I'll have to read that later. But yeah, Akaways, like you were saying, I'll reiterate again because I have been talking about this today. I should probably say it more often. The Twitch Prime subs, for all of you who like to swing by now and then and sub with Twitch Prime, you don't get an automatic resub every month with Twitch Prime. So you need to click that button every month. I think it's the same. It'll probably be available the same day every month, so you can make a little anniversary if you wanted to. If you want to keep the combo going, that is a necessity. Oh, Deevo with the dribbling outplay. He did manage to outplay gReazy really hard here. And again, there's not that much damage on Deevo's half. The damage, however, is very concentrated on this one section. Looks like gReazy smashed it twice in that specific area. Right, we'll read what on earth this spam is, because you guys are all spamming it. So I guess I'm reading it. Johnny loved the Flipside players. Posters in his living room. Every day spoke his prayers. Dressed up in a cuck's costume. Give them sneaky demolitions. Upper 90 freestyle shots. Best of luck in competitions. Placement in the highest spots. Greasy cucks and Mark you do to beat the other teams with these. Calmer down to ground by Buddha. Playing smart like Socrates. Finally they were world champions. Highest point of their career. In the happy joyful ambience. Johnny wiped away a tear. Who wrote that? That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I thought it was going to be some sort of weird sexual message. Like, it usually just turns strange at some point if it's a Twitch chat spam, but that was just really, really nice. Sorry if I beamed the rhyme at some point, but yeah, really, really good. Good piece of writing there. The ball has literally done an entire lap here in my peripheral vision. I swear the ball is just lapping. These players are just running around. Greasy might get it down. Oh, Deevo gets the side flip, but it does send us to overtime. Damage will have gone through, however. That damage will have gone through. You see the wide gaping hole in Greasy's half is because of that last ditch hit. And we have yet to see any of these players faking kickoffs. Deevo, demo, and the open net finish. Steals the game. Greasy says rude in the chat. You did not see that demo coming. Really nice play. We did see 2 goals this game. One for Greasy, one for Deevo, both on the back of demo attempts. The second one, however, was a successful demo coming from Greasy. Oh, that was a bit of a weird end screen. I'm just gonna really quickly make a scoreboard thingamajig for these boys. Greasy and Deevo. Greasy, I thought he was going to struggle more, if I'm honest with you. He had the lead for a little bit of that game. He had the lead. Greasy says it's very stressful. You forget where his holes are. Just like real life. Greasy's forgetting to not boom it.
I reckon you will get more autographs etc. than Mike, because your fans are probably in general more hardcore and better players, and so there will be a higher percentage of your fans that are LCS than Mike. The end.
Yeah, Greasy got me pretty good there. That was good. Although I will like to take this moment to point out that one time Greasy did message me and ask if I was in fact Danville's area, so I'll leave it at that. Oh, Greasy, will he make it in time? Yes, he will. Barely getting around to stop that ball from hitting the deck on his half. Keeping it around in Deevo's half for that extra spot of damage, which can come in handy. You never know when you need to snipe exactly one tile that you've primed earlier. This looks like a really good situation for Greasy. A bit sad that didn't go up to ultra damage, as the ball was already moving pretty fast, and he accelerated it even further. As far as I know, and I talked about this in a previous video, and some people were disagreeing with me, but I'm going to explain my theory
I've been
in a
watching
second.
your videos on YouTube.
Yeah?
Keep up the good work. I don't normally donate, but you truly deserve it. So take my money.
I will.
Buy
I will take the
yourself
money.
a delicious moist brisk.
I'll buy brisk. I don't even have a clue what brisk tastes like. Good touch by Greasy, saving what would have been ultra damage. Oh, Deevo's got a read on him here, though. Deevo had an opportunity there to just hit the ball right down into Greasy's half, and the midline saves Deevo. Really edgy stuff here from these guys. Greasy comes in for a contest. Hard win. Look at the damage. And Deevo nearly own goals. But I was going to talk very quickly. Oh, there we go. Deevo eventually does let the ball go in. I was going to talk very briefly about how the ball ramps up in terms of how much damage it's going to do. And the initial ball, just hitting the floor, 1 damage. And after a certain amount of force has been put into the ball, it goes up to phase 2, which is what we currently see when the outer shell of the ball breaks free. This is phase 2, after a certain amount of force has been put through the ball. And that will do 1 point of damage, and also it will hit all of the hexes around the center one. So if it's right in the middle of the floor, it's going to hit 7. If it's near the edge, it might hit less. And then, of course, there is phase 3. That is when the ball has the sparkles and everything around it. We just see a couple of phase 2s back to back there on either side. The ball ricocheting between players. But yeah, phase 2 is pretty much the first hard hit, or a couple of soft hits after the reset. So that hit wasn't hard enough to take it to phase 2, but anything else after that pretty much will be. Phase 3 though, you need at least a couple of hard hits or lots and lots of soft hits before the ball will move up into that phase. But I think it's a cumulative thing. Like if you hit the ball with a certain amount of small force 10 times, that will probably put it up to ultra damage. But if you just boom it 3 times, that's probably also enough. That's at least my understanding of the system. Greasy in a pretty good spot here. He is losing in terms of territory, but he's able to do a lot of damage to Deevo's half, so even if he does get conceded on, or even if he does concede here, he's primed a lot of floor. Oh, and the demo. This should be a good situation for Deevo, or Greasy rather, not opting to pop the ball and then hit it again, which would have maybe been a better option right there, because if he popped it and then hit it down, he would have maybe been able to get the ball up to phase 2, but by hitting it phase 1 into the ground twice, he only dealt 2 points of damage to the floor. So maybe a slight misplay by Greasy there. He had some free time with the ball. He might have been able to do more than he did. Electric Boogers, thanks for the sub. Oh my goodness, Mefin with the prize pool for the Dropshot game. £50, I'll be sure to stick that. I'll be sure to stick it up right now. It doesn't take me that long to do the donation goal right now because I've changed the... or they've changed the way that you do it, so it's actually quite... pretty quick. The only weird thing for me is that the order that the end date of the prize pool is in the American system where you put the months first, but that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to the date being first. So this donation goal should appear on the stream. Of course, it's not a goal per se. It's just a natural. It'll, as we know, it'll just track the prize pool as it increases. Very much appreciated Mefin for making this a little bit more interesting. Hopefully, we'll get a tie game here, just so that we can have a fresh reset from these players when they know that there is a prize pool. The ball is doing laps again, and again, it's anti-clockwise laps or counterclockwise laps for those of you who like to use that lingo instead. Pretty consistent, and this finally got up to ultra damage. Deevo with the interception. Hard read by Deevo, should be a goal. There's so much damage being done to Greasy's floor, hardly a spot left untouched. Greasy's done a fair bit of damage as well, so Deevo, even if he does score, is still going to be behind in this game by a fair amount.
Which I already made yesterday, but the ones yesterday were too spicy because I gave too much chili powder in it.
Oh, that would have been an
this
epic
time
poo
I
with chili
wanted
powder,
to add
man.
less powder, but I took the flavor powder and added all the chili powder again.
Oh, dude, you fool. You beamed it. But Caesar RL, thanks for the 2-month in a row resub. Appreciate that. Greasy consistently opting to fly sideways at the ball here. It's just a preference of his.
Prize pool contribution.
Hey, J-Ray, thanks for the contribution, man. If I do fall behind on notifications, then I'll be sure to catch up after. But for now, 9 butts with the sub. Welcome to you. And I think that is us caught up. So I'm trying to stay caught up as long as it doesn't get completely in the way of the commentary here. But commentary for Dropshot, I feel, is a little bit more casual. I don't need to be dropping analysis here because there really isn't that much of an established metagame. We're just here to enjoy the show. But with 15 seconds left, Deevo needs to prime, damage, and then score into a hex because there is currently no damage done to Greasy's half. This is not going to be a doable thing unless he can get a sick outplay, such as, you know, floor pinching the ball directly down 3 times in a row, hitting the same tile. But it ain't going to happen, and that means that we do have a reset on the score. I'll ask these boys if they want to play VO5, there's like 65 or something. So if Deevo wins this, he will be the highest earner on my stream. Why are you guys all saying lol? Yeah, so if Deevo wins this, he will be the highest earner on the stream. Currently, Scrubkilla is beating him by $40. Fatality, thank you for the tenner. That is, of course, going to go to the prize pool. All donations right now will go to the prize pool unless specifically stated in the message. Alright, you're all just going to say lol now to confuse me. Greasy again, solid 50-50s. Deevo might want to start faking some face-offs because he's not winning any of these at all. And of course, faking the face-off does only give the other player a single point of damage, assuming that they don't go for a rebound play. Greasy actually knows the ball is making its way towards Deevo's half here, so they're just going to go hand in hand into the sunset. A thing of beauty, up the wall, off the ceiling. Are they going to do the helicopter? Oh, Deevo knew to do it, but Greasy, no helicopter for Greasy. What was that? I was expecting a helicopter play, but he just fell down to the ground, flopping like a wet fish. Usually in that situation, we are more likely to, it's more likely to see, oh, the floor just dribbled Greasy, a little bit of a bobble right there on the floor. But like I was saying, the correct play there for Greasy is definitely to go up the wall, hand in hand, and then when you come off the ceiling, you want to helicopter in reverse, in opposite directions. That's the play. That's the established metagame of wall plays. Greasy now chasing Deevo up the wall. The ball does have a blue trail though, so it's going to be fine for Deevo. He's off to a great start here. They actually just got married. I know, that was beautiful. That was the first marriage that we've ever seen on stream. I don't know who proposed. I need to go back and watch the VOD to see who started it. I don't know who proposed there. Did you guys see? April Fool them and say somebody donated 10,000. That's harsh. I might do it though. I might. Smart play by Greasy. He spots the primed floor, sends the ball back into that area. Does get rewarded with a couple of holes. Greasy does love when he's presented with a couple of holes. Something that he's told me before several times. Oh, this is not going to be good for Greasy though. Ultra damage. I'm getting slammed. It was quite a clean spot of floor though, if nothing else. And now the ball's bouncing back towards those two holes. Nearly going straight into the gap. Albeit a small one. Greasy getting a deflection in that general area. Oh my goodness, Mifin! Making this into a pretty legit prize pool. I know there was a very big prize pool for the Liquor League Dropshot tournament, so we're not likely to surpass that, but still, that is a lot of money for a 1v1 game, never mind a Dropshot 1v1 game. Greasy bullying Deevo again, coming off second best. Good job getting some extra touches to keep the trail orange. However, it's one thing keeping the trail orange, but you still can't let it drop into the open net, because it doesn't matter what color the trail is, if it's going to go into your floor, that is a goal either way. You swear this game mode was invented for sexual innuendo? It probably was. Probably was. Okay, finally Deevo winning a 50-50 in the middle. Greasy looked like he went a little bit too high on that one. I had to fly back down just to get any contact at all. Deevo pretty low on boost here. Greasy just waits for him to be done, but nice recovery. Deevo making it back. Greasy playing that situation a little bit casually, and he's being punished heavily. This is a lot of damage for Deevo. Remember, he's one goal up, and he's almost tied the damage game after the reset. And now playing a fake. He's trying to softly touch that ball, just caress it into Greasy's half. Oh, the dribbling plays for Deevo again. So nice to see. He's trying to get this acceleration up to ultra damage.
I am not a fan of either of these players. I appreciate what you do, Johnny, even though I don't like you. Keep up the good work.
Wow, you just don't like anybody.
I know it's not much, but here's a $5. Also, joyful Nick Mike.
What are all the toxic donations? What are all these toxic donations, guys? Unbelievable. Hey, thanks for the 15 and the 5. Retro Game Planet and Shapeless DNB. Yeah, I guess I'll honor that. I'll subtract 15 from the prize pool in the top right, just to honor that donation. Unless you want to just take that back and give it to the winner. Because I don't really mind. You like Johnny? Oh, you love Johnny? Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Is Johnny British? Yeah, I'm Scottish. Some people think I sound American, which is probably just because I try to speak in an accent that more people will understand. Because if I speak in a Scottish accent, nobody's going to understand me. And also, I do speak to lots of Americans fairly regularly, so I think their accent's kind of bleeding off on me. Backflip flick for Deevo. Greasy goes unfazed, but he just passes it right back. Greasy feeling very generous at the moment. 2 goals down, and also damage being done to his floor. This looks like a very one-sided game for Deevo. Greasy could definitely bring it back though. He just needs to find a goal as soon as possible. But with Deevo defensively posturing, that ain't gonna happen. More ultra damage. Disaster for Greasy. Deevo does not need a goal right now. He's just going to try and keep this ball away from his half. Keep the clean sheet. I almost said cleat sheen. Thanks, Bongo Nutty, for the $3.99, by the way. Appreciate the contribution, man. Prize pool is getting pretty legitimate. Definitely the highest 1v1 Dropshot prize pool in Rocket League, I believe. And another $5 from Rollness, thank you. Deevo does definitely equal Beanbo, you're absolutely right. Good snipe by Greasy. Spots the one open net to the left. Deevo not paying enough attention to that avenue. Well done by Greasy. It would have been very easy to just get distracted by the fact that that was an ultra damaged ball. But Greasy instead focusing on the main goal, which is of course to try and put the ball into the holes in the floor. As he needed that desperately with this not much time that there is remaining, but with no damage done to Deevo's half, Greasy is going to drop this game. There wasn't any possibility of scoring there. It's a bit funny how the game does continue, even though there's zero chance for Greasy to score. Like, the game would have gone on there until the ball hits the floor. Even though there was no primed floor, there was no holes in the floor for Deevo's half. 2-1 for Deevo, best of 5 this series is. Who have I missed? Enic94, 3 months, welcome back. Appreciate the continued support. Congrats on the badge, great to you. I think I'm up to date on everything. Let me know if I did miss any of the notifications. I'll be sure to get back to you. Good read by Deevo, or Greasy, a little fake challenge. Deevo was moving at the ball, expecting Greasy to 50-50 it with him. That was not the case. Well done, Greasy, getting underneath Deevo. He needed that desperately because Greasy is very much in control right now off the ball and the boost. Oh, Deevo wasting all of his remaining boost though to reach the ball. This is a very low econ boost game, as we can see. Deevo does play that one well. That is something that 1v1 experts will have the slight advantage in. Is the 0 to low boost game. It's something that players who are more used to playing high level 1v1 will be familiar with. Greasy with a high pop into the bump attempt, does get the floor damage. I think Deevo would have thrown himself at that ball if he had a read that it was going in. Deevo, this is what Scrubkiller was doing so well against Miho when we watched them play, is getting beside the ball on the wall and then kind of threatening that dodge to the side, but not using it until the very last second. Because of course if the other player moves into a position to intercept, you can't just let the ball drop and it'll still do damage. Good recovery by Greasy. I think the Octane wobble is definitely not as bad as it used to be. I know, in fact, all the wobbles seem to have been fixed by Psionics. That's a huge, huge deal. It's a quality of life change that's been long awaited for. Here comes Greasy off the ceiling. He thinks he's Jazer. He's not Jazer. He's in fact from a different Scandinavian country. Missing this back pole
my main Scottish
barely.
5.
Wait, so I think that's a $10 donation. You wanted $5 to be from me, I guess, is what my interpretation is here. Okay, again, these guys just love to hold hands. They're off into the sunset. Not for the first time, but Greasy with a great pass to Deevo. Deevo sniping exactly the same hex. Very, very good shot by Deevo. Opening up every single one of those prime tiles to be a little miniature ocean now. The Red Sea. Greasy getting underneath Deevo. That is a good play. He's preventing Deevo from recovering just for a little bit longer. He was hoping that the ball might roll into a favorable position that he could utilize. Unfortunately, it did not. Oh, Deevo stopped the bounce. That would have been damage if he just waited right before the ball bounced and then hit it. But he mistimed that. And Greasy following this naturally. Again, we're doing laps. It's a pretty standard occurrence, apparently, in 1v1 Dropshot. Deevo with a fake jump doesn't work. Greasy comes in for the interception, misses it. Oh no, he got it! I thought that ball was going to hit the curve, but last second it barely squeezed into the floor. It was very, very close, though. Deevo will be feeling a little bit robbed in that situation. Speaking of robbed, Greasy will be feeling pretty robbed that he won the 50-50, but it brushed off Deevo's car on the way past, changing the color to blue on the trail. And a couple of people were asking, why is there only one trail now? That's actually just due to the graphics settings. I think it's like the world detail or something, or some setting that I've got on low. Greasy's gonna let that bounce, taking 1 damage just to continue the ball moving forward into Deevo's half, trading some territory for possession. 0-0, very low scoring game. Oh, Deevo hit the post. That might have just gone in if he'd left it. But he tried to get it in faster, accidentally blasted it right off the inside of the goal. But that's going to be easy for Deevo. Massive gaping hole on the right hand side of Greasy's floor.
Happy 7 months to my favourite Scottish nose.
Hey, Nish Reds, appreciate the 7 months, dude. There's been quite a lot of 7-month resubs today. It's strange, like sometimes, some days there will just be a plethora of a single type of resub. But I appreciate that, man. Oh, will Greasy be able to get this in? Huge time frame for her to do it, and Deevo has spawned to the right side and gets the save. Greasy missed out on the opportunity. He could have just drilled that right into the open net, but he missed it. And then Deevo spawned right underneath the ball. That should have been a tie game though for Greasy, and it would have been a great tie game because there was only about 7 points of damage on his side of the field. Now he's looking at 15 or 16. And Deevo could take the entire series if he could just take this one game. He's the favorite by quite a long way right now. Both these guys, some of the fastest players in Rocket League, but Greasy proving to be a little bit less efficient. And like he said, after game 1, he keeps forgetting not to boom it. Because of course the speed at which the ball hits the ground does not influence the damage at all. It's all about what phase the ball is in. You can pop it as slow as you like right into the floor. As long as it's an ultra damage phase, it's going to do ultra damage. And Beanvo is back! Deevo with the own goal. Giving Greasy a good opportunity here, but there are a lot of holes. We've got the Mediterranean Ocean and the Caspian Sea. The Mediterranean Ocean, holy cow, what kind of European am I? I'm actually but luckily there's plenty of Americans in my chat who probably don't even know that that was a misplay. So we're just gonna gloss over that one. Greed for Greasy might be the thing that ruins the game for him. That was extremely greedy for him to hit that ball towards the prime floor as Deevo was waiting, and Deevo has punished him. And this is looking like game set match for Deevo if he could just hold on. Greasy's got almost no damage done to Deevo's half. Deevo on the ball, Deevo with boost in the bag, and he could have done more damage if he just let the ball bounce there, but it is going to double bounce and into the net. Greasy can't make it back in time. Smart play by Deevo. Low bounce, deals the killing blow to the floor. Greasy is freestyling. He knows it's all over with only 5 seconds left and no holes to aim at. He would have had to find a hole or create a hole and then find it again. But that is going to be GG's. Deevo takes it. There will be a little bit of prize money for both players, I believe. I'll have to recheck the... I think I have to subtract something like $20 off it. I can't remember. Somebody wanted me to have some of this money. I'll have to check again. Even it out. That's not going to even it out. That's not going to even it out. I don't know what you tried to donate, but that's not going to make it an even number. It's alright. I'll really quickly calculate before. You don't need to donate more. Don't worry. I'll fix it. 157.56. Then somebody 157.56. Somebody wanted me to have 15. So I will honor that. And then I need to convert that into dollars. So we're looking at £142 and 56 pence. 1 for 2.56. Then we convert that into dollars because somebody wanted me to have $5. So we're looking at $178.83. 178.83 minus 5 equals $173. So we're going to call it $175 because that's a bit more of a clean number. Just round it up ever so slightly. $175. Same principle as we usually do. The first $100 goes to Deevo, the winner, and the remaining $75. We will multiply that by 0.35 to find out what Greasy wins. So he's going to win 26. And that means Deevo wins 49. Yes, 149. So $149 for Deevo. 26 for Greasy. Just a couple of pizzas for Greasy, depending on how expensive they are. No, I'm not 100% sure. To a 10k prize pool, lol. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I'd love to do a 10k prize pool of my own money. That would be great. Then the tax man comes and asks for me to pay my taxes, and I say I can't, because I paid it all in a 10k prize pool for lulz. He'll ask, why did you do that? And I'll say, because Twitch chat told me. They said it would be really funny. And then he'll say, you're a beanbag. And I'll say, I already knew that. Tell me something I don't know. But that's GG's. Deevo takes it. And with that win, he does move back into first place as the all-time Johnny Boy Stream top earner. Has he moved into the $2,000 category? I don't think he's made it quite yet. I think he's just shy of winning $2,000. Also, Epic Toasty, I do love what you did with the title. I didn't mention that when I go back. It's really funny. Yeah, Deevo has now won 1841, 1881, $1,981 on stream. Very, very close to the $2,000. Alright, so apparently I've got to check Skype when I get a chance. I will do. But yeah, I think I'm mostly up to date with sub shoutouts. I think I'm mostly up to date. I'll look to cast some more games. We've got 1 more hour till RLCS starts, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to check that they're not streaming right now, just so I haven't been bamboozled by someone. Yeah, RLCS are indeed not streaming. So I'll definitely cast another show match, guys. I'll definitely cast another one. Just gonna really quickly run to the bathroom though. After I do some shoutouts. Karogan 1987, Ollie Bach, Sezi Lian, and Evan M1. All of you guys new subs. Quadruple welcome to you guys. I appreciate that. Gymnastic Panda tried to even out the price pool, but it's totally fine. I'll do the evening out, but I appreciate the attempt. The problem with people trying to even out the price pool, sometimes multiple people try to do it and then it like skews it in another direction. But hey, thanks for the contribution, Gymnastic Panda. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.